Hey guys, welcome to the SimRacingPaddock. I'm William Marsh, and we are kicking off the next season for Sim Racing System. So, if you remember back in the day, our first Sim Racing System Championship was with the Mazda 787B, which had a decent turnout. Now, we're going back and doing a full Group C roster. So, we're going to have the Mazda 787B, Mercedes-Benz C9, and also the Porsche 962C. So this should be an interesting championship. First race of the season, we are going to be running at Imola. So we have an hour until the race starts. Let's get some practice in. So I can't recall ever actually driving this car at Imola, but we will get some track time in before the race begins. Should be fun. Also, I want to make sure all my controls are mapped properly, so we will check that before jumping in. So let's go to Imola. And then also I need to pull up SimuCube. And I tweaked with my Assetto Corsa preset, so we need to put that back. There we go. Yeah, 4 filter usually runs well. I think the torque bandwidth limit, I like 680. 1.5% dampening, that will work well. And save. That's saved. Now we need to go into controls. 900 degrees rotation, that's good. Pedals are good. I want to use my Heusinkveld shifter for this race, so have that mapped. And we should be good to go. So hopefully everyone is having a great day. My day has been pretty good, pretty low key at the moment. After this race, I'm actually going to be building the GT Omega Art Racing Cockpit. I'm going to be working on that as the next project. And that's going to be the next cockpit that I review. So I think that'll be a fun review because I have the GT Omega Pro in my bedroom at the moment. So can do a cool head-to-head comparison between the Art and the Pro. The Pro is one of my favorite budget rigs at the moment. I really think it's a solid cockpit, especially for the money. A lot of good features, but the Art, I hear a lot of people say they prefer the Art over the Pro. So we'll dive into that, take a look, and see how that works out. Okay, I got my dash running. Turn on the game capture, and that should pull up Assetto Corsa. Come on. There we go. We got Assetto Corsa up and running. I forget, does this have boost mapping? Yes, it does. So for qualifying, we'll likely run 100% boost, but since there is mechanical damage in sim racing system races, we'll have to be careful. And then cold tires, wait for them to warm up a bit, or else we are totally going to be like that. So let's turn it to 50% boost, I think. Yeah, 50. Get some heat in these tires. Hold on a sec. Let me adjust. I want to adjust some of these. So there you can see the throttle telemetry. This is a bad fast car. So we have some heat in the tires now. Starting to feel a little more controllable. And by a little more controllable, it's like still trying to kill me, but maybe it's using a kitchen knife versus an AR-15. This is going to be a challenging series though, guys, because Group C cars are a beast. And admittedly, I'm not the best with these cars. So I think part of this is going to be when we actually have... it's going to be survival of the fittest, I think. When do I think the new URD packs will come out? So, question. Do you mean the URD packs for Assetto Corsa or for R Factor 2? Because I think they have those coinciding in development, but I would say maybe in the next 2 months, we're starting to see some teaser previews on forums, so that's a positive sign. This chicane always reminds me of Montreal. Oh, shoot. Okay, note to self. Don't go full throttle on the green stuff. These cars, you have to give the drivers who actually drove these in real life so much respect. These cars are absolutely nuts. So let's bump up boost to 100. Power! I'm scared to go full throttle with this car now. Hey Daniel, how's it going? No, dang it. You have to go so slow through these corners. Can GT Omega Pro handle an open sim wheel? You would need to make some modifications, I know that. I'd recommend getting a second set of support bars. So the GT Omega Pro as is, like out of box, comes with 2 support bars. I'd say you would need at least 2 more. You would need 4 support bars. You would need a modified pedal deck. You would need an adapter pedal deck, or not pedal deck, wheel deck. So you would need to get a modified wheel deck. And then, even then, I'd be a little concerned. These things are so powerful. Also, to put in perspective, I'm using the large midge motor. That is, I want to say it's like 17 kilograms. So that's like 34 pounds or something like that. So the large midge is heavy. And the small midge is heavy as well. This only has 5 gears. Hey, Sim Racer Flight Sim 1000, how's it going? Whoa, okay, come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, we cannot do 100% boost for the entire race. That would just, I think, torpedo the engine too. But yeah, I know that that gamer muscle, James, he uses the Semitic K2 cockpit, and I've heard people use the GT Omega Art with a modified wheel deck. The GT Omega Art with a modified wheel deck can handle an open sim wheel, I think. But also note that I believe like the Simplicity direct drive wheels, those have significantly less torque than, say, the one I'm using, and they are designed to use a universal mounting plate. So that would be able to mount all right on stock rigs. So 146. Let's get down to 144. Because I'm leaving a lot on the table here. Dang it. Lark. SimRacer Flight Sim. I think I saw something about TSPC Racer for sale on the Sim Racers Facebook group. If you're part of that, there's a Facebook group for Sim Racers, and I think I saw a TSPC Racer and TH8A for sale on there. There's also another page. It's Sim Racing Buy Sell. I think that one's USA only, but you can find stuff for sale there. Or, oh, will buy. Whoops, my bad. Kinda got. Heusinkveld Engineering SimRig GT. Babs, I think personally, I would recommend a SimLab or a SimLab cockpit over Heusinkveld, personally. I think the SimLab is far less expensive, but you get very similar performance. Maybe even better performance. And I am spinning. Let's drop turbo boost to 60. And tires. I think it would be smart for me to have this up. Oh, you can see those tires there. We're getting beat up a bit. I would love to attend a Sim Racing Expo. I have to figure out logistics though, where it will, or basically, to get to Sim Racing Expo, it would cost me around $1,500 US to be able to go there, visit, and stay there for a weekend and fly back to California, which is kind of a tall order to ask for in terms of financials. That's the main struggle I have. I would love to go, but logistically it might not be in the cards this year. Had to blow some of my savings on some BS cell phone bill stuff, which that was a pain. Ended up being like $600. Long story, but yeah, it's a pain. But that really ate into my Germany fund. There we go. Yeah, hopefully I might be able to find a way to go, but much easier said than done logistically. Let's get some heat into these cold tires. So first generation gaming, Sim Racing Expo is at the Nürburgring Nordschleife circuit during the 24 Hours of Nürburgring GT3 event. So it's in September at the Nürburgring. Go. Starting to get a feel for this car, but still looks like the rears are getting up to temp. The fronts need a little more love. Let's turn it in here. You gotta be very careful with this car. Very delicate on the throttle. And also just cannot carry too much speed, because this was a top era Le Mans race car, but at the same time, still it's late 80s, early 90s tech. So you're not gonna stick to the track as much as other cars. It's normal that some sim cars feel great while others feel weak. Not so great no matter what wheel you have. Possibly. It depends on the sim, depends on the car, and realistically, for example, Project Cars 2, there are different cars at differing levels of quality. Some cars feel great, some cars feel not so great. But then also, sometimes different vehicles are simulated. For example, this is an old Group C race car. I don't think this car had anything in the way of power steering back in that day. If I went from this car and jumped into, I think it was that Porsche SUV, would be a totally different feel, because that car is chock full of mechanical assist, or electronic assist, I should say, actually. Full of assists. Really numbs down the feeling of the car, and if it's simulated to that extent, the feeling in that vehicle would be drastically different to, say, this one, which is also drastically different to, say, a Formula 1 car. So yeah, I think it is normal that some cars will feel worse than others, and also worse, that comes down to personal preference as well in some ways. So yeah, I think it is semi-normal, but also at the same time, sometimes it is due to some cars being better than others. More effort put into them. For example, for April Fools, I drove that Stinker Cup car in the original R Factor. There's no way you're gonna make that car feel good. Not at all. It is the crappiest car you'll ever drive. And yes, that pun was intended. So now we're starting to get some heat in the fronts. But all that heat in the rears is really helping with the grip out of corners. Can't get too aggressive. But it's a good feeling through this steering wheel. All the mistakes I've been making in this driving have been user error. They haven't been like just wheel issues. And because, for example, me overshooting the corner right here, that wasn't that good. I'm kind of curious though, if I drop the tire pressure in the front, could that maybe get more heat in? More grip in the corner, more heat in, and would make it work better on the longer runs, because still we're 10 degrees Celsius colder than my rears. Which car, when was the R25? What year was the R25 race car? So let's see, tires. Let's drop it to 17 PSI. That might be a little low. Rear wing felt good. So let's see how that is. Tire pressure adjustment. 2005. So I want to say 2005 they did have power steering. I know that. 2007 I thought they did too. But also depends on what mod team is making the car. So let's see if this gets more heat in. Come on. 48 degrees, okay. Looks like the steering might be paying off. Possibly. After the outlap, we're already at 55 degrees Celsius. So I guess the default setup for this car wasn't that great in regards of getting heat into the front tires. Because now our right front screen-ish teal, go Sharks, but also because this is a counterclockwise circuit, it is semi-normal to have our left front be colder than our right front. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, it looked like dropping the front tire pressures was a smart move. Still might have a little room for improvement, but yeah. Thank you, Raisin, for subscribing. Thank you very much. So now we're at 59 degrees for right front. Come on. From what I heard, it is not possible to use SRS app on Content Manager as of right now. I don't know if they're working on an update to make it work well with Content Manager, but from what I've heard from people, Content Manager does not really work well with the SRS app, unfortunately. You have to use like the official AC launcher. Is Race Room as good as Assetto? In quite a few ways, yes, and even maybe a little better. Assetto Corsa, one thing that's nice is it has the modding community, and it has a wide variety of officially licensed content. For example, I don't think there's an actual Lamborghini in Race Room. Race Room is really more oriented around the race cars. You're not going to have really any road cars or drifting or toge. It's mainly just going to be organized racing on road. They do have a couple hill climbs, which is nice, but ultimately, Race Room is just limited to road racing, and it's a closed ecosystem. Assetto Corsa with an open ecosystem is a little more versatile, but the racing rules in Assetto Corsa aren't as good as Race Room. Racing rules in Race Room are pretty fleshed out in a good way. And then sounds in Race Room are second to none. Race Room has the most incredible sounds in all of sim racing. Alina, this is a championship that I'm hosting. It is the Sim Racing System, or it's hosted through Sim Racing System, but it is tied with SimRacingPaddock. But hey, Breakfast is fun. I wanted to get it working with my open sim wheel, and I did, so I'm happy with that. Fun I call it like a diversion title. Or a guilty pleasure title, if you want to go that way. Now we're getting some heat in these tires. Shouldn't have gone into first there. Huh, Elena, that's weird. Maybe that email went into the spam folder or something. Yeah, this car takes like 5 laps to come in, but then it starts feeling really good. Full boost. Qualifying trim lap. Oh, wow, that was fast. Over 200 miles into turn 1. Oh my god. Totally just lost control there. Next lap, my goal is to get into the 144s. Full throttle. Here we go. Oh, dang it. That didn't work. I have to remember my braking point for that first corner. That's the trickiest part of Imola for me. Just that first sector is almost like an enigma to me. So, Lena, this is a, part of it is adjustable boost mapping. You can adjust the boost map for this car, but this is a fast car. If you set it up right, it is absolutely insane. For example, this car, I want to say was doing like 230, 240 down Mulsanne at Le Mans back in the day. I think this car was the reason, or one of these cars was the reason they put chicanes on the back straight at Le Mans. They were just getting too fast. And hello, Bingy Bingo. How's it going? So let's take it easy. We lost almost all our heat in the front. Bingy Bingo, the thing is that this is practicing for my race that is in about 25 minutes. So that's why we're at this specific track. Yeah, my championship race is in about 20-ish minutes, so... Aw, dang it. We're okay. I'll read your message at the end of this lap. Dang it, I went wide, but I don't really care right now. Little lockup. One more lap here. I'll do one more flying lap. If I wanted to adjust gearing, I could make this car even faster, which I might end up doing, I'm not sure. I'm a little conservative through this first sector, admittedly. It is so hard to describe how challenging this car really is. First generation, it is possible, but also keep in mind these are old brakes on this car. Because you can't brake too late or else. Benji, that's why you go before the race. Alright, Alina, you have a good night. I mean, that was almost as late as I could possibly brake there. Well, okay, I actually have fuel for one more lap, I think. Let's just do one more lap. Yeah, as I said, I can't brake any later. That was literally at the tail end of my ability to brake in this car. This car's a beast, though. This is going to be an intense race. So let's go back to pits. We were barely hitting on that limiter. So let's bring up the gear a bit. Lengthen second, that should get us a little more pull out of the corners. And then also for qualifying, we're going to go into softs. So let's save as Imola R. Okay, so we got 20 minutes before this race begins. So we'll get a couple laps in to see how this is. Heel and towing in this is absolutely insane. There we go. Tires were still too cold, couldn't get that turned down all the way. Okay, don't go into first for that corner. Lock up. No bueno. Okay, calm down and we will get a good lap next. We got the heat-in tires that we need. And full throttle. Yeah, we gained about 3 miles an hour on that straight. Paul, I've always preferred the Sauber or the Mercedes ones myself, personal preference. Maybe next week I'll try the Porsche or something like that. Oh, that curb threw me off. But we'll see how this race goes. I'm excited for it. But Kawhi, this is an absolutely insane car. I think it's one of the most difficult to drive in Assetto Corsa. But that's what makes it fun, the challenge. Just flying through the straight. Like that. Not a good corner there. There we go, make that corner. Take it easy here. Whoa, okay, that almost spun out on me. Here we go. Oh man, this car's insane. You can see I'm pushing. Missed that apex there. That downhill is so deceptive. $143.5. And 10 minutes until the session begins. Oh man, this car is a workout. Just so funny because driving at this low speed, pretty tame actually. But then all of a sudden you're like at 120 miles an hour in just like 3-4 seconds. This wheel with this car, insanity in the best possible way. You could just start to see the car try to step out from under you, but you have to catch that slide. So right now, 50 miles an hour, floor it. I mean, that's just mind-boggling. Imagine driving this car in real life and spinning the tires like that at 50 miles an hour. Or going from 70 to 100 in about 2.5 seconds. That's one of the things that's difficult to communicate over a monitor, because this is two-dimensional in a way, where it's tough to communicate speed, but this thing is bad fast. Okay, let's park this puppy and wait for the session to start. But, oh man. If you're looking for a challenge, give that car a try. I might need to turn down the force feedback a bit, though. Felt almost a little too strong. Hold on. Why is display capture not working? Hold on a sec. Something is acting up with display capture. That one's working. That's a weird glitch. So I guess display capture isn't working. So Paul Ryan, I am using the large midge based open sim wheel. So I have it turned down to about 30% strength, which is about 10 Newton meters roughly. Still very, very powerful. But why the heck is this not working? Huh. That is so weird. So, let's see. Let's see how many people are registered for the race. But I guess for now, I will just put an image as the background for now. So this car, it's a freaking blast to drive. This car is a beast. Uh, that V8, so much freaking torque. So we have 25 people registered for the race. Uh, I just had to describe it for you guys because for some reason it's not working. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Porsches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Mazdas. Then 1, 2, only 2 Mercedes. That's interesting because with the historical evidence, the Mazda wasn't a very competitive Group C race car. I thought the only reason that it won that 24 hours of Le Mans race was because it was the most reliable. It wasn't on outright speed or performance. It was just the one that broke down the least. So it's interesting seeing so many people picking that LMP car. Let's check. Display capture still not working. Okay, let's try something. Yeah, oh, it's that. That's an interesting point because some people they don't want to simulate street cars. Some people do. And that's one of the beautiful things with sim racing. Sim racing allows you to race what you want. It allows you to race anything theoretically in different titles. R Factor, it had a monster truck mod. If you want to do the most realistic monster trucks out there, I think it's like Rigs of Rods. That has, it's a fairly coherent monster truck simulator. If you want to race Formula One, you have a wide variety. If you want to race endurance races, you have iRacing or R Factor 2. There's so much available. Uh, Assetto Corsa has a fairly strong drift culture. So does Live for Speed. All these different titles have a lot of different options. And yeah, it's fun. Heck, still people in 19 are in 2018. Some people are still driving NASCAR Racing 2003 season. So it's interesting. Skywilk is involved in a full 1990 World Supercar mod or World Sports Car Championship mod. That's cool. I'm excited to hear more about that in the future. So whenever you want someone to preview it, I'll give it a try. So is it just going to be Group C and prototypes, or is it also going to be like touring cars as well mixed in with it? Motostash, hi, I'm new to the simulator car scene and I downloaded Race Room. Is there any way to get cars for free? The easiest way would be take part in the free competitions they put out. So they have a variety of competitions where you have time trials, and then so you can do the time trials, and I think it's like the top ranked, they'll earn money, or they will earn the virtual currency used in Race Room. So I think that is the best option. And okay, Skywolf, just learned something new. Actually, I might have known that and just forgot about it, but yeah. So for Le Mans, was it just Group C, or well, for Le Mans, was it groups that championship mixed in with another championship? Yeah, Motostash, that can be tricky. Romaine, I should be getting that in hopefully the next week or so. So I am going to be getting that wheel. It's just a matter of time, I think. And just being patient. I emailed them the other day asking for an update. They said they were going to send it like a few days ago. So let's turn on the game capture. Excuse me. Okay, it was C1 and C2. Okay. So let's load Imola R. We'll bring this down to slicks. And 20 liters. 100% turbo. Let's beat up this car. Oh, they have tire warmers on. Okay, so our tires are actually pretty warm. That's nice. We don't have to worry about heating up the tires. Already damaging the engine. That is just brutality of the Group C car. Is there a way to turn off that damage indicator? Because that's going to get old over the course of my qualifying lap. We'll definitely need to tone down the boost in this car. I'm just going to turn boost down to 30% so we can conserve the car on our outlap. Just realized I should be doing it that way. Best friend? No. 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 He is a friend, but nowhere near best. That's an insult to Jeff and Brian, bro. So, 100% turbo. That's just crazy, though. It's like, damage, 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 damage. Dang it! Abort. Carried way too much speed there. I wonder if anyone's going to torpedo their engine this race or something. Austin Oganowski disconnected. Maybe his internet crashed and that gives me a chance to win. Oh, this is still practice session. I just realized it's not even qualifying. So we have our qualifying session to do. So it'll boot us from this session and bump us into qualifying in like a minute. Control plus Q. Thank you for that, Romaine. Okay, need to be a little more assertive on the brakes, I think. Let's do full boost. Torpedo this engine! It's like crazy. Look how fast I'm closing in on this guy. Oh! Snap! That was a hard hit. What's Sim's best online experience? not R Factor 2, iRacing, bar none. iRacing has the best online experience as of right now. I love seeing the telemetry in this. For example, you can see where the clutch kicks in, boop, boop, boop. You can see the throttle blip, so the way I heel and toe for the gears. Do I recommend it for beginners? Personally, no. If you are on a tight budget, try GTR2. GTR2 is a great sim for learning driving techniques. They have one of the best racing schools available. So for racing school, I'd recommend GTR2. It's an old title. You can get it for like $3 if you know where to look, or if it's on sale. But I think it's one of the best titles to learn proper driving technique. Full boost now. Come on, make the turn. Barely. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and run my qualifying lap. Oh, that was bad. Man, this car. Oh, man. 141. And, sheesh. Some people are in the 39s. I want to see what percentage of engine won't damage the end. Or a boost. So now I'm just practicing a bit. So I'm practicing race trim right now. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a minefield, I think. A lot of cars are going to be spinning and wrecking, I bet. So we're at 60%. Let's test 70%. Preston, they are all right. They're my favorite in terms of modularity, and I love my Heusinkveld rig. You can get a decent 80-20 based rig for about $500, $600, I think. I gotta get less distracted. Okay. So 70% looks like it doesn't do much damage to the engine. Let's go up to 80. Oh no! It's Norman! Norman has entered the building. Norman, it always cracks me up how you do the quotation marks around Bermuda Islands. Okay, 70 I think is going to be our limit for race boost. So on the throttle I was getting damage at 80%. My favorite overall sim rig. I haven't tested it yet, but I think if it's based off of this rig, I think the SimLab GT1 or P1 would be, I think, one of the top choices. This is a great rig, but A, it's overpriced, and B, it's too specialized. If you watch my review on this cockpit, I talk about how it's very limited in regards to what you can put on this rig. You can either put on a direct drive wheel or the Fanatec Club Sport wheel version 2, or Fanatec Club Sport wheel version 1, 2, or 2.5. That's basically all you can mount on this rig. Direct drive or Fanatec. For pedal choices, you're limited to one pedal brand, Heusinkveld. Shifter and handbrake, limited to Heusinkveld. Unless you make modifications, but you're not going to make many modifications on a nearly $2,000 sim rig. So, SimLab, their cockpits are around $600 US, so about a third to half the price of this cockpit. And I believe you get a better value. You get a wider variety of wheels to mount. You get the option to mount pedals, different pedal sets, etc. Hold on a second, I just noticed this is kind of off, so for the heck of it, let's move the chat there. Yep, that'll work. So qualifying's over. I think the tire slicks are going to wear out too much. I don't have confidence in the soft slicks for a 20-minute race. I'm going to turn on the force feedback a little bit, though. 90%, that should work fine. In the per vehicle. Favorite sim rig in maybe lower price category, the GT Omega Pro. GT Omega Pro, that would be my personal favorite budget rig. I am going to be testing the GT Omega Art cockpit soon, though. And that might be a better solution at a more budget-friendly price. So let's check fuel. That should be safe. Yeah, Matthias, that is a challenge. But hey, we qualified 5th this race. I'm happy with that. Hey, Christopher, how's it going? Gonna be a challenge, though. But that's the way we like it. F1 GT, yes, I have a video talking about that. It was okay. I wasn't the biggest fan, though. Okay, let's take it easy the first corner. We don't want to wreck here. Focus, what am I, a Ford? I know that's a stupid joke, but I like it. Oh, one guy's off. Looks like we have a decent gap to 5th. Ease on the brakes. Dang it, that curb upset me. I'm going to lose that spot to the Porsche. Oh, that Porsche's off track. Come on! Gave him room. That's going to upset our aero a bit. Okay, breathe. We're in 6th right now, I think. This is Imola, aka Circuit de Enzo and Dino Ferrari, or Dino and Enzo Ferrari. Question is, do I have the arrow to catch this Porsche? Two laps in the bag. I'm in his draft now, which might not be the best thing, because that means I lose a bit of downforce. But I can apply a little bit of pressure. Apparently I do have the skills to catch up at least. Oh, dang it. That was my best chance to pass him right there. That was a close call. Whoa! Dude! What was... I was stuck on the inside and he just came down. Not sure why he came down like that when I was right there. Or can someone replay and or rewind a bit and see if that was something that I was at fault for? Because I don't think I was at fault. I mean, I might have come up a little bit, but still, it's like... Thank you to whoever it was who subscribed. I think you understand why I can't see the name right now. Sorry. But whoever it was who subscribed, thank you. Okay, Matthias, thank you for that. Push a little too hard there. Thank you to whoever it was who subscribed. Little preoccupied at sec. Hot Curry and Sergio South, thank you for being latest two to subscribe. I'll likely have to give up the spot because the guy behind me's odds are has less damage. This is on the PC. GT Sport is one of my least favorite physics in a sim racing title. GT Sport has some of my least favorite physics. I'm just letting that guy by. Too much trouble to keep him behind. I'd say if I get a top 10, I'm happy. Whoa, whoa. SimRacer Flight Sim, shoot me an email, William@SimRacingPaddock.com. Let me know what settings you're using and I can see if I can try to help. I'm a little preoccupied right now. Project Cars 2 physics, I think they have potential, but too many weird quirks in my opinion. I think the tires have a little too much grip, so it snaps free a bit. Alan, the easiest solution is I have a YouTube video talking about it, but my personal top three for physics alone, would be R Factor 2 is my top one. Automobilista would be number 2. Number 3, I think, would be Assetto Corsa. Maybe Race Room. One guy went off. Is this for position, though? Whoa, whoa. Come on. Okay. Today is just not my day, guys. I guess the tradition of me not being able to catch a break continues. If you guys remember in my live streams, it's like I can never freaking catch a break. And it looks like it's the same thing now. And I'm about to get passed by a freaking Mazda? Well, you ran wide at least. What's funny, whenever I live stream a sim racing system race, it always seems like I get wrecked, I get kicked out of the server, or something goes wrong. So that top 10 position might be in jeopardy now. Okay, screw it. Full boost. We got 4 minutes. We're gonna go crazy now. Email is william@SimRacingPaddock.com. That's the easiest way to contact me, or through the Discord channel. But we might blow our engine, but at this point I don't care. Whoops, shoot. That was bull. Just totally missed my braking point. What the heck is going on here? I think we're catching up to the lap traffic. Yeah, we got some engine damage now, but we have like 2 laps to go. Chill, hold. You heard that? Please hold. Here we go, final lap. This is Assetto Corsa, guys. Good button box. I have a Derek Spear Designs Track Boss, which is pretty cool. I need to find a way to install it, though. Low on fuel. We'll make it, though. Come on! Slowdowns are bull! Slowdowns are BS! Wow! Wow! I mean, what just happened there? That lap down car slammed the guy out of the way as we were battling for position. I mean, I feel bad about getting in the spot that way, but that just got crazy. So we finished 7th. Okay. I'll take it. 7th out of 20. Alan, I'm using the open sim wheel from SimRacingBay. But yeah, so that got crazy, guys. But hey, we'll take a top 10. I will gladly take a top 10. But yeah, wish the race would have went a little better. I would have loved to get the top 5 for that, you guys, but it's life. But I'm going to call it a night, guys. I need to do some prep for my next cockpit build, and I will keep you posted on that. But for now, guys, I'm William Mars for the Sim Racing Paddock, and you have a great rest of your day.